Then you see a pack of Hell's Angels going by, people are going to want to look. Next thing you know, cars, because they're just staring at us and not paying attention to stop traffic.
If you wanted to break the law on an everyday norm, you should have joined a street gang. That's what they're known for. That's what they do. You're not allowed to steal cars on my block. We steal those cars.
I mean, it was so bad by us in Vegas. I was in the pool swimming, and the guys came back, "Hey, Pee-wee, the cops are here. They want to talk to you." I said, "Well, go talk to them. Find out what they want." And they came back, they go, "They want to talk to you."
Typically, if you leave the club, if you haven't been in for 10 years, you're automatically out back.
Got put out in 2006, back in 2007, wound up going into Chattin 2011. Came out of there, I had 4.5 years to walk off with zero support from that club.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about the Mongol leader who's been sent back to prison over an assault allegation. He was involved, allegedly, with the Bike Week shooting down there in New Smyrna Beach between the Warlocks and the Mongols. It was a huge situation. He was out on bond. Now he's back in prison. We got a bunch of other things to talk about today. Hey, Ken, what's going on? Dominic, what's good? Rory, is that Rory? Yeah, Rory, what's up? How are you? And we got another thing to talk about. There's been a tragic accident in New Jersey where an alleged Wheels of Soul member was killed. He hit an 18-wheeler. Crazy. I mean, we got a video of that. Rah, what's going on? Richard, how are you? So I had to do this show early because I have a huge interview with a hip-hop artist. You guys know I get the dope-ass interviews. So I got an interview with a hip-hop artist early this morning. So I figured I'd get this one out of the way so I can do this interview. You know, I get the good artists like Matty Boy. Shout out to Matty Boy. He's making big waves over there on the West Coast. I'm trying to get this picture for you guys. So this is a tragic situation. I believe they were riding in formation. I'm not 100%. Will, what's going on? Richard, what's good? Rah-rah's in the house. And they were on the highway, and one of them clipped the back of an 18-wheeler and was killed instantly. And there'll be more information coming soon. But here's pictures from the accident scene, and I got a video to go along with it. Sad. Let's see if I get this video for you guys.
On a deadly crash that left I-10 westbound backed up for hours tonight through Orange County. This crash happened around 6 o'clock in Rose City. DPS says someone on a motorcycle slammed into the back of an 18-wheeler that had been stopped in traffic. Witnesses tell us the motorcyclist was thrown from the bike and onto the highway. That driver pronounced dead at the scene. DPS has not released their name. The driver of the 18-wheeler was not hurt. All lanes of I-10 are now back open.
Sad situation, sending prayers out to his family and his club. It's terrible. So, thank you guys all for joining me today. HBT, what's going on? Good morning. Eddie, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. What's your care? What's that mean? Oh, what's up, chat? What's good, chat? Repo Rides in the house. How you doing, Repo? Slow Rides in the house. Farty Smalls, what's good? Thank you guys all for joining me. So today, the main story at hand. So the leader of the Mongols Motorcycle Club, we all know him as Clint Walker. He has been arrested again. So, he was allegedly the main instigator at the shooting over there in New Smyrna Beach, they say. And he has been arrested for an alleged assault that happened. You guys remember this situation at the gas station? It's going to be going to trial soon. And so they made a real big deal out of that situation, right? They're all out of prison. They're all out of jail. So if it was that serious, they would have held them all without bond, right? So something ain't right. They made it seem like it was this huge case and these guys are going to prison and all, but they're all out of jail. So I don't know. I think the government overreaches with their charges and all that shit. They put it's just crazy. So Clint Walker was an outlaw before he was a Mongol. He was a part of the Outlaws before all this situation transpired. So it says here, Mongols Motorcycle Club leader charged in biker brawls back behind bars. Mongols Motorcycle Gang leader is facing charges in a bike week brawl, is back in jail as prosecutors seek to revoke his bond. Now, this is the new mugshot. This is the old one during the bike week shooting. This is the new mugshots on the right. So prosecutors are seeking to revoke his bond after he's accused of punching a driver in Bradenton. According to court records, Clint Walker, 42 years old, of Bradenton, is a Mongol leader who holds rank in one of two mother chapters representatives, according to court records. Walker was arrested on November 10th and is being held in the Volusia County branch jail. Walker is among about 30 Mongols arrested and charged in what law enforcement dubbed as Operation Mongolian Beef, following a bike week brawl on March 8th in racetrack in New Smyrna Beach. Mongols battled members of the Warlocks motorcycle gang during that brawl. Walker was video recorded firing a gun, according to court records. Others also drew guns. A Mongol member was shot in the abdomen. A Warlock was grazed in the head by a bullet. Both claimed the wounds were from accidental discharges of firearms. The Mongols drove from their clubhouse in Edgewater to confront the Warlocks, according to the charging affidavit. Walker and other Mongols are charged with aggravated rioting conspiracy to commit aggravated rioting in the bike week incident. Now, no Warlocks were charged in that case. Mongol leader is accused of punching a driver. Assistant State's Attorney Helen Schwartz filed a motion on November 6th to revoke Walker's bond in the bike week brawl case behind an arrest warrant issued for Walker out of Manatee County on charges of burglary with a battery conveyance, a first-degree felony punishable by up to life in prison. The incident happened on October 16th in Bradenton. A man was driving his vehicle when he found the road he wanted to take was blocked off by construction, according to court documents. The driver then cut through the grass of a residence. A man walked out of a house and yelled at the driver for cutting through the grass, documents stated. An argument escalated when the man from the house walked around the vehicle from the passenger side window to the driver's side window. He then opened the vehicle door and punched the driver 3 times in the face, according to court documents. The man then drove away in in a black Corvette on Buccaneers specialty tag. The driver on the back was a Buccaneers specialty tag. You know, like the things that go around a license plate. It says the driver who punched described the man, or who was punched, described the man as 5'7" inches tall, muscular, bald, with a beard and tattoos all over his body, including the left above his left eye. Does he have a tattoo above his left eye? I don't even see a tattoo. Maybe I'm just blind. Anyone see a tattoo on his face? I don't see no damn tattoos on his face. Maybe they got the wrong guy. And on his neck with declined treatment at the scene. So obviously it wasn't that big of a deal, right? The arrest warrant was issued for the Mongol leader. An officer described the man to a woman outside the home. She said it was Walker, but declined to answer more questions unless police gave her additional information about the investigation, documents stated. The driver picked Walker out of a photo lineup as the man who punched him, according to court documents. Manatee County judge issued a warrant for Walker's arrest. So I got a bunch of questions in this case, right? If someone let's just say that was his house, right? Let's just say this was Walker's house and some guy is driving over his lawn. Would you be wrong for going outside and punching the guy? I don't think so. I think that was fully warranted. And they're charging him with burglary. It's kind of weird, right? Why would they up the charges like that? Because he is who he is. So they're going to look for any little thing to try to hold this guy. It doesn't matter. Just because of what he wears on his back. Because these people in Florida, like Chitwood, they have it out for the Mongols. They do not care. Chitwood hates motorcycle clubs. Absolutely hates them. It's insane how much he despises these clubs. It's crazy. He's like emotionally invested. Goodwood. You're on the barbecue scene. Shout out to the barbecue. Slow Ride says, keep that dude behind bars. Real outlaws. Oh, Slow Ride Tump. Hugh says, he didn't even do nothing, man. Listen, someone cut through my yard, I'm gonna fucking punch your ass too. You cutting through my grass and shit. I don't give a fuck. Chitwood is an asshole, straight up. Hey, Light Sacco, what's going on? So hold on, let me see here. All right, so here's another article. It says, damn, I cut my nose. Mongols Motorcycle Club leader Clint Walker is once again behind bars after a new altercation and assault has surfaced. Future compliances, his already turbulent legal battle. Walker, 42 years old, of Bradenton, Florida, was arrested in Manatee County after allegedly punching a man during a roadside confrontation just months after being released on bond for his involvement in a violent brawl during Daytona's famed Bike Week. Prosecutors in Volusia County have now moved to revoke his bond, citing a pattern of violent behavior and disregard for court orders. According to court documents, Walker holds rank as one of two Mother Club representatives within the Mongols Motorcycle Club, a title that places him among the organization's most influential figures. Law enforcement officials say that the Mother chapter functions as the nerve center of the Mongols operation, making Walker's role critical in coordinating activities, enforcing club discipline, His position gave him the authority over regional chapters, and the authorities of his leadership status magnifies the seriousness of the allegations. The Mongols were founded in California in the 1960s and have long been labeled an outlaw motorcycle gang by federal agencies, known for their rigid hierarchy, loyal codes, and violent feuds with rival clubs. They have been tied to organized crime across the United States. Walker's arrest underscores the ongoing concerns of the Mongols' efforts to expand their presence in Florida. I don't think this has anything to do with that, but okay. The state has already marked by recruiting biker-related violence during large motorcycle events. I believe the cops try to provoke this violence. You know that? I think they really do. I think they want this shit to go on so that they can be like the heroes of the situation. The cops down there hate motorcycle clubs, and I don't know why. I don't know what their personal beef is with these clubs, especially Chitwood. He fucking despises them. You should see the way he looks at these guys when they drive by. I got videos of him staring at them, and it's just weird. Walker first came under scrutiny when the Daytona Beach police responded to the chaotic scene outside a Main Street bar during Bike Week. Surveillance video and witness account shows multiple Mongol members clashing with a rival motorcycle club, leaving several people injured and the streets strewn with debris. Prosecutors charged Walker and several others with aggravated battery, inciting a riot, resisting arrest. Upon his release, Walker was ordered to avoid contact with other Mongols and refrain from criminal activity. Those conditions now appear to have been violated. The new incident occurred early November in Bradenton when, according to Manatee County Sheriff's Office, Walker became involved with a heated argument with another driver. Witnesses reported that Walker exited his vehicle and punched the man through the driver's side window before fleeing. It says the victim, who sustained minor injuries, provided a description, leading deputies to identify and arrest Walker. The discovery of his active case in Volusia County prompted prosecutors to act swiftly and revoke his release. Assistant State's Attorney Jennifer Ortiz filed a motion stating Walker's latest arrest demonstrates a pattern of violent behavior and a clear disregard for the law. She added that he continued to release pose a significant risk to public safety. Walker was transported to the Volusia County Branch Jail, where he's currently being held without bond pending a court hearing later this month. Law enforcement officials say his repeated brushes with the law, signaling a troubled trend among outlaw motorcycle leaders who continued to engage in violence despite ongoing surveillance and legal pressure. So obviously the cops are watching these people. So if you are out on bond and you're one of these people that were involved with any of these cases, just know the cops are probably sitting outside watching you right now. I mean, that's what they do. They just said it right here, that there is surveillance, ongoing surveillance and legal pressure. The authorities in Florida have ramped up efforts in recent years to monitor groups like the Mongols, the Hells Angels, the Outlaws, the Pagans Motorcycle Club, especially during high-profile events like Bike Week and Biketoberfest. These gatherings, while lucrative for local tourism, often served as a flashpoint for clubs' rivalries and turf disputes. We'll welcome anyone who rides in for fun, Volusia Sheriff's Mike Shitwood said previously about the biker events, but not those who ride for intimidation. As the Mongols seek to strengthen their footprint in the southeast. Walker's arrest delivers another blow to the club's leadership structure. His return to custody comes at a time when the organization faces growing scrutiny from law enforcement nationwide. For now, the once powerful biker leader finds himself back in familiar place behind bars. As the legal system closes in, his fate may ultimately serve as a test to how far outlaw motorcycle culture can clash with the law before its leaders fall under the weight of their own violence and reputation. So we will see what happens when it comes to this case. I mean, they're putting a lot of pressure on these people, and it's crazy. I don't know. What do you guys think of all this situation? And tomorrow we're going to be talking about this case of a former outlaw leader who's been behind bars for 8 years now for the murder of Katie Kearns. This is a crazy story. I'll give you a little bit of it. Katie Kearns died 8 years ago. What become of Joliet outlaw murder defendant Jeremy Boshears? He's now 40 years old. Joliet, Illinois. 8 years ago this week, November 12th, 2017, Jeremy Boshears of the Joliet Outlaws Motorcycle Club and fellow member Kobe O'Neill patronized Woody's bar in Joliet while Katie Kearns tended bar. After leaving Woody's, the two men drove separately back to the Outlaws clubhouse in the Engels Park area of Joliet's east side. 45 minutes later, Kearns arrived there too. The defendants were infuriated with Kearns, and he was contemplating leaving his wife. Or he was infatuated. The defendant was infatuated with this woman, it says. This is her. And he was contemplating leaving his wife for her. The defendant's search history included, I found the one, but I'm married, he said. When it's time, I'm leaving my long-term relationship. Court records from January show. Boshears let Kearns know that he wanted to make her his queen. And she touched his soul, according to 330 text messages Boshears sent to Kearns, including one reading, I only want you and you only. Inside the clubhouse, Kearns began receiving text messages from an ex-boyfriend that were sexual in nature around 1:45 a.m. And by 2 a.m., O'Neill began driving home back to Cynthia and left the only two people at the motorcycle club, Kearns and Boshears. Here's a picture of the club. So they were sitting inside there when the other guy left. It says Kearns kept receiving text messages from her ex-boyfriend until about 2:08. And then he called her at around 2:16 a.m. For Boshears, over the next 90 minutes, defendant made over 30 phone calls to various Outlaws members. One phone call defendant placed was to O'Neill. The defendant's request to O'Neill returned to the clubhouse, court records showed. Inside the clubhouse, Kearns, 24, was dead from a gunshot wound. And I will bring you the rest of that tomorrow. It's a crazy story. So he ended up unaliving her. They were looking for her. They found her. And I'll bring you guys that story tomorrow. I'll give you more details. It's going to be a good one. So I had to get this show done early this morning. And we got another show coming up. The full exposure of the fake international Hells Angel president, George Courtney, coming soon. Stay tuned. It's going to be good. And since you guys love it so much, you guys absolutely love it, we're going to continue to expose these guys. Oh, yeah. I hope you guys like this show. If you do, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. I appreciate all you guys. We got a lot of good shows dropping. Check out Patreon for exclusive content you cannot find anywhere else. Patreon is where it's at. You will find all kinds of videos and things. And or join the membership on YouTube, but it's different. Patreon is just different because I can post things I cannot post on YouTube. But I'll be back on. Maybe I'll do a show later. I just have some things I got to do this morning. That's why I'm doing this so early. But if you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx. And if you want to tell your story on Chattin with Staxx, just hit me up at billstaxx2021@gmail.com. I have an ex-Dirty Ones member that told me his story is a pretty good one. So stay tuned for that. And I appreciate all you guys. We are growing at a fast pace, and I am very appreciative to all you guys. Don't insult their mom, Staxx. Jay, how you doing? Jay Snyder's in the house. Staxx checking in from North Idaho. Shout out to North Idaho. Ken says I'm not a 1%er, but I got on the bad list. Politics suck. Huge. I'm not a 1%er. Smart ass comments to yourself. Uh-oh. We got some beef going on. 1%er wants someone in jail. Yeah, no 1%er wants anyone in jail. Unless you're a part of the other 1%er squad. These guys want 1%ers in jail. They'll testify against them. They don't care. These fucking guys, look, this is what they do. They will put a 1%er in jail in a heartbeat. These guys are not in a motorcycle club. They got 4 little corny ass members. They're the biggest cornballs in the country, and it shows. Look at their fucking 5 heads. Look at this guy's head on the right. Look how big his fucking forehead is. It's not even a forehead, it's an 8 head. Look at that shit. It's crazy. Remember that movie where the dude's like, "Take my good hand," and he has that little fucked up hand? Watch that movie and look at this guy's fucking head on the right. It looks just like him. What's the name of that movie? Does anyone remember the name of that movie? If you remember the name of that movie, tell me the name of that movie, and I'll get the picture right now. I just forgot the name. Does anyone remember? Oh, it's Scary Movie. Scary Movie. Ready? I'm going to show you guys a picture. Ready for this? That's what this fucker looks like. 100%. Let's see. Take my strong hand. Take my strong hand. That's what it is. Scary Movie. You ready? You guys are going to be like, damn, you're spot on with that shit. Take my good hand. Now look at his forehead, right? And look at the guy on the right's forehead. Fucking same. It's the same guy. These guys. Take my good hand. Am I wrong? Or am I right? These guys are the fucking twins. This is their long lost twin right here. Take the strong hand. crazy. I never knew how much like similar they looked. It's crazy, insane. What do you guys think? Maybe it's his dad. I mean, yeah, that's one of the questions I got for them about their daddy. But again, I'm sending prayers out to the man who lost his life on the highway. Terrible situation out there in New Jersey. Sending prayers to the Wheels of Soul. Here, check
Focused on a deadly crash that left I-10 westbound backed up for hours tonight through Orange County. This crash happened around 6 o'clock in Rose City. DPS says someone on a motorcycle slammed into the back of an 18-wheeler that had been stopped in traffic. Witnesses tell us the motorcyclist was thrown from the bike and onto the highway. That driver pronounced dead at the scene. DPS has not released their name. The driver of the 18-wheeler was not hurt. All lanes of I-10 are now back open.
Sending prayers out to them. I love the show, Staxx. Keep it up. The twins got little girl hands. Listen, there's only a very tiny amount of people who are like, why are you even talking about these guys? Why are you giving them the time of day? Listen, if I can make money off of them like they're trying to do to everybody else, then I'm going to fucking do it. I do not care. I will exploit them as much as they try to exploit the motorcycle club community. Right? And we're going to have fun. We're going to have the laugh of a lifetime. And that's it. At their expense. And that's what's going to happen. And you already know the rules. If you don't like it, start your own fucking podcast. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for joining me today. I might be back on later. Most likely I'll be back on later. I got a big interview to do. Matter of fact, in a couple minutes. Mountain Woman, how you doing? Thank you for joining me today. Jimmy Mack, what's good? We're at the end of the road right now. I got things I got to do. I had to jump on here early and take care of this before this interview comes through. I didn't want to leave you guys hanging today. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me. Check out Patreon. I can't stress it enough. Check out Patreon. Check out Spotify. We're on every platform imaginable. We're on Rumble. We're on all of them. Check out Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We have content everywhere, and I will continue to bring you the best content around. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your mother's brother's sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys, and remember, don't be a bitch. Peace.